What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Subnautica, the Power Nap Update. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while. And actually, we're ready to make the Sea Glide. I went ahead and I made that Astro Glide in between episodes. It took like one click, and I was like, whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see me manufacture lubricant. This is not an entertaining industry. It's not one of those, like, bring your friends to work type of things. Let's just make our Sea Glide, shall we? And there she is. I shall name her Velma. Alright, so the Sea Glide, very, very useful piece of equipment. I think we can actually just equip that by mousing over and pressing the 1 key here. We probably want to make ourselves some more batteries for it, because that is the one thing that we're lacking right now. We don't have a lot of batteries, and so anyways, what the Sea Glide's going to allow us to do is just hum around very, very quickly. It's also got kind of like a 3D digital auto mapper thingy going on the top that'll show you what the topography is around you. The angling is a little bit weird on it though, so I don't use it very much. You can right click to turn the headlamp on and off just in case you don't need the light. It will make catching some of these little critters around much, much easier because we can actually outswim the majority of stuff in like the safer areas of the game right now. Oh, we've captured the Gary fish. Sucks to be him. He looked kind of like a Greggy fish, which is why I went after him, but it goes through electricity very, very, very rapidly though. That's the downside to this object. So, in order to make sure that you don't run out of this useful little object, we've got to make ourselves a ton of batteries, and this is where the farming really, really starts in this game, where you're going to start, like, using a lot of farmed materials a lot of the time. Creepvine don't really need you right now, so if you could be on your way, that'd be fantastic. Metal salvage, don't really need you either now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, I'm out of oxygen. I'm organizing. Oh, probably should have just gone up through the escape pod sphincter here. The escape pod's ass. And got my oxygen back just as easily, but you know how I do. I never do things the easy way. We've got a cooked Gary fish. Well, let him be cooked then. We also got a cooked hoverfish. A firm, low-fat reptilian fish. And he's super cute, too, which is why I can't look him in the eye before I eat him. I can't do it. They're adorable. I'm like, I can't eat this animal. It's too cute. I'm hungry, but I just want to pet it, and it's making a little noise like, and you're like, oh no, I'm such an asshole. How could I kill such a beauteous creature? Alright, we gotta go grab ourselves a few more mushrooms, too. Who knew that mushrooms would play such a large part in our undersea adventures? So there's like 4 or 5 of those. I think we only need, actually, we might need 2 per battery. I don't know if we need 1 or 2 per battery. Here, I'll just grab a bunch in case. We don't want to use the Sea Glide too much unless we're in hostile territory. If we're in a hostile area, we want to keep moving as much as possible, which is where the Sea Glide comes in. But if we're just in areas like this, it's not so bad. Probably don't want to burn battery on it. Alright. Let's have a look at our elect... Yeah, it was 2. Okay, so I'm glad that I did that then. Glad that I went through and did that. I remember back in the day where it didn't have, like, a graphic when you crafted anything. It just lasered nothing on the table, and then you got the battery. Now there's actually like a battery on the table. It does all kinds of interesting stuff now. And believe me, we are going to need this many batteries. This many batteries probably bought me about 20 minutes of Sea Glide time. Our batteries are not efficient. This is kind of like when you had like those D batteries back in the 80s for like your boombox. They didn't last long. I know because I had one of those, and you could load like 100 D batteries into that sumbitch. And I could virtually guarantee you it would be dead by the afternoon. I'm like, damn it. This is such an inefficient, it's like the Game Gear. Just no battery life whatsoever. Crappiest handheld ever. My cousin had a Game Gear, and it was amazing. You could, like, time that thing. You'd be like, we put new batteries in it. We've got, like, 12 seconds. Like, essentially, unless you could plug it into the wall, that thing wasn't working for any extended period of time. Back inside the ocean we go. I don't remember exactly where Redgrass was, but we need to go scan things. That's going to be the next big thing that we want to focus on, because I don't even think we can make the mobile vehicle bay right now from where we are at. Now, it's a little bit dark, and it's going to be difficult to see around here. I don't know what that noise was. It didn't sound pleasant. It sounds like the kind of noise that happens right before you get chomped down on. But you know what? No fear, no pain, no gain, and all that stuff. Oh, good, the sun's coming up. I think it was right here, as I recall. This also seems like an interesting place to put my base, in all honesty. This little platform right here might be a really, really good spot to put my base, because that gets me like in between Redgrass and also the safe zones. Alright, I'm on it. Calm down, sentient AI thingy. I may actually slap a beacon down right here so that I can remember to build my base here. I think this would work out pretty nicely. You've got a nice little paddock right there that you can make use of. Some nice flat land. Alright, let's break this bad boy out. And let's get moving. Gotta stay away from those sand sharks as much as possible. And essentially what we want to do here in Redgrass is we kind of just want to skim the surface and look around for anything that might be useful. There's a reefback over there. If you've never seen a reefback before, those are floaters that for some reason attach themselves to stones. I'm not really sure why they do that there, but they do it, so... Ah, there's one.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So that's a mobile vehicle bay part. Let's get back up to the surface before this goes any more wrong. We don't have a lot of oxygen right now. My hope is that maybe we can secondary tank out. I wonder if I could put a... It's not the same shape, so I don't know. We may want to focus on getting ourselves a better tank, but I don't think you can get a better tank until you have the research thingamadoobie. Is that what I think it is right there? Ooh, we might have found a piece of Seamoth over here. Yeah. So somebody else was building submarines long before we ever got here. And we gotta have 5 of those before we can build the Seamoth. Now, it gets more complicated as we get further into the game. The reefbacks are harmless, by the way. Don't worry about them. They're not gonna bother you. They're not gonna do anything rowdy. They're not gonna ruin your life or pull a knife on you or shiv you or anything like that. They're chill. They're chill. Just don't mess with their cocaine supply. I see salt right there. Oh, there's another one. Oh, filtration machine. Filtration machine makes you water. That's pretty much all that it does. It sits there, and as long as you supply it with power, it will occasionally give you bottles of water that will fill you. It's a good little object. Makes it so you don't have to farm food anymore, because farming was always the big problem that this game had in previous versions. This game really struggled with kind of like farming creep. You ended up farming a lot as you got further and further into the game. Now, you don't really have that much of a problem. Got that spade fish. Picked him up off the bottom of the ocean. A power cell charger fragment. That's new. It probably recharges power cells. I don't know if we want to be over here. So, the basic rule of thumb for Subnautica is anytime there's no music, you are in a world of shit.
Caution, 30 seconds.
Oh, it was a creature egg. I was like, what the hell is that? I saw it sitting down in the sea brush, and I wasn't sure what it was. How big is it? It's probably a sand shark egg, would be my guess. But yeah, a rule of thumb for Subnautica. If there's no music, FML. That's basically the way that I see it. You gotta be careful. There's also an island off that way, in case you didn't see it while we were up there. Swimming to it right now would probably be a bad plan. I would wait until we have the sea glide, or at least some kind of shell around us to protect us from anything hostile that might be out that way. There are some things that'll one-shot you straight through your submarine. It's deeply upsetting. There are some things that will mess up your Cyclops now. The Cyclops used to be like a floating fortress of imperviousness. Like, it just made you immune to everything. Not the case anymore. I'm pretty sure there are things that are quite capable at damaging your Cyclops at this point. I don't see a whole lot down here.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I know. I'm on it. Ooh, there's a bunch of fragments right there. Yeah, buddy. Getting kind of towards the backside of the Aurora, which for reasons I shall explain later, you don't really want to be. Mobile vehicle bay fragment. Good, we need that because we can't build our submarine without it. It is impossible. Bioreactor fragment. We also haven't finished that one. So there it is. We now have access to the bioreactor. That's going to be a lot more important once we finish off our base. Oh. What's up with all these fragments over here? It's a little bit odd. I'm still checking them out just in case. I mean, you could tell what you're going to get out by what biome it's in, though. So if you're in like a really, really safe biome, chances are you're not going to get anything good out of the fragments. What we need to do now is we need to find more Seamoth parts. I think the Seamoth is going to be kind of the next major part of our advancement on the tech tree. And so this unfortunately puts us at a point where I can't really offer you much else aside from swimming around in the bottom of some of the more dangerous zones and looking for it, because we really can't do a whole lot until we find it. So keep your eyes peeled. Peeling your eyes seems really painful though, so oh, that thing wants to fight me too. Watch out for those little pink things over there. They're douchebags. Okay, propulsion cannon's getting closer to done. I find it easier to find fragments if I stay up off the seafloor and give myself some altitude to work with. Like just kind of staying at this level, it's usually easier to see, like right there. If you're down at like ground level, it can be really, really difficult to see some of the things you want sometimes.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen.
Okay,
remaining.
propulsion cannon unlocked. We now have more options. Oh, we need a new power source.
Blueprint acquired.
They changed the way the power source works.
Emergency, 10 seconds of oxygen.
I'm
remaining.
trying to change my power source. What is going on? Why did they do that? Oh, okay. I was selecting one that was already dead. That's weird, though. Can't say that I love that, but I assume that if they're going to have like some kind of recharger mechanic, it becomes necessary. There's a little piece of Seamoth. Never mind those terrifying sounds you're hearing up and to our left. That's actually just the reefback, and he won't bother you. He's fine. He doesn't bite. He's a nice guy of the sea. We could also scan him if you wanted to get like a reefback entry or anything like that. Up to you. I don't know how into science you are. Let's see if maybe we can lead ourselves into another Seamoth prevalent zone. Although I don't know exactly where I am right now, so...
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, you see how the music just kind of vanished on us? That's never a good sign, like ever. Apparently we are really, really near the island, though. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Now this zone right here has a new critter inside of it. A big critter. A deeply unpleasant critter. A critter that for the most part you want to give a wide berth to. Okay, so there's our blue ball zone. That's good because the blue ball zone has all kinds of good stuff in it too.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Water's getting a little murky for my taste. Visibility is down, doobie-doo down, down. I'm gonna be careful while I'm down in here. I get less chatty. You ever notice that when I'm nervous? Get a lot less chatty. Nothing looks hella sexy down here. Mostly I just want my Seamoth fragments, though. There we've got 2 out of the 5 that we need in order to make our lives a little easier. What's going on with this thing? Oh, bioreactor. Don't really need it. Don't really want it. Oh well. It looks like they nerfed the energy level of the Sea Glide too. It looks like it actually runs out of battery a lot quicker than it used to. That's probably to supplement for the fact that you can recharge the energy cells now, and you can recharge the batteries. So it looks like prioritizing building a base where we can do said rechargings from is probably a really, really good plan. Yeah. Let's focus on that for right now. I think we're going to do a little bit of base construction in the coming days. I feel confident about that, where if we can get our rechargers up and running, that's going to save me a lot of time farming batteries and whatnot in the near future. I would also like to look around for more Seamoth parts, though. I mean, I don't know. This way we're probably going to get irradiated. Yeah, I was going to say. Radiation slowly ticks away at your health. And so until we have the lead-lined suit, we're not going to be able to go down in there and look for further parts. That's how you know you're too close to the Aurora for right now. I got an x-ray done one time. You know that lead blanket they put on you? It's kind of comfortable. I don't know. It was really... There we go. It was kind of cold, though, inside the hospital when I got it done. And so, like, that lead blankie was kind of comfy. I was like, ooh, I feel like I'm being... I don't know. I feel like I'm being swaddled right now. I kind of just want to drift off to sleep. It's pretty amazing. I'll probably put my dead-ass batteries inside of here. Did they recharge themselves? No, there it is. Okay. So we'll have to figure out a way to recharge those. I think it's probably the aptly named battery recharger that we haven't really been using lately. Got ourselves dinner all ready to go. We got an air sac, so we got some water to go with it. The creature egg is as of yet unidentified, so we don't really know what to do with that. I need to... Oh man, I was going to call it dead-ass batteries, but... There we go. Dead-ass batteries inside of there, so that as we get rid of them, we can come up with what we want to do in the future. We need to build... What the hell is that floaty thing right there? A med kit? Why is there a med kit levitating outside? It's amazing! The amazing magical levitating med kit! Now available from CR Freelies. Okay, we've got... What do I need in order to make the constructor? A computer chip. I may just have the stuff for that. Computer chip. Quartz, silver, or coral sample. I do have that, actually. But we need the table coral, which are these right here, if you didn't know. So the best way to do this is just to swack them with your knife once or twice. Apparently they've got gemstones inside of them or something like that. When you look at the description for the object, I guess there's like some kind of gemstone embedded inside of them, which becomes important for semiconduction or fiber optics or something. I don't know. Either way, the game explains it somehow. I think I have silver ore around here somewhere. Yeah, why not? We'll drink the filtered water now. It's not going anywhere. I think I needed... Where was my silver ore at? My silver ore was inside of here, the booty chest. With my pirate's booty. There it is. We got that. And then the other thing that we needed... I wasn't paying attention. So we got the silver... We've got the table coral, and we've got... Shiza. Okay, back up to the surface. We can do this. I gotta believe in myself. I gotta channel all of my focusing abilities right now. All of my powers of focus have led up to this. So resources-wise... Computer chip. We need... Oh, we needed quartz. Quartz. I have that. Okay. So we have the computer chip. And then... Habitat builder is pretty easy, actually, in all reality. Pretty cool stuff. It looks like an electric shaver, kind of, with a really, really small head on it. Now we just got to decide where we want to build stuff at. And I say we do it next to redstone. I say we do it next to red grass, and then we just mark it. We mark it with a beacon. It seems like the better plan to me. Oh, we're going back towards the Aurora. I'm sorry, I'm turning around in the wrong direction. Gonna have to reload this little sumbitch. Nighttime approaches. This may not be the best time to do this, but screw it, we're out of time. It may also be the fact that the headlamp is on, but this thing is draining out with a quickness. It's kind of crazy, actually. Building a base around this vent would be really badass too. Like if I could get it to circle around the vent. Be noisy though. I don't know if you'd be able to sleep very well inside of it. You might have some nighttime troubles, and I already have enough of those, man. I broke my ankle last week, and so, well, yesterday, I snapped my ankle like a twig. So I have to sleep on my back now, and I don't sleep on my back. I can't sleep on my back, and so I've been having trouble with it. It is frustrating rearranging one's life in such a way. We would probably be better served. Yeah, why not? Gonna need the titanium anyways. Is this red grass over here? Or have I gone entirely too far? I've gone entirely too far. I know what's out there. If you haven't seen the game, you don't know what's out there. I know what's out there.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen
And in
remaining.
the dark, undefended, without any kind of armor, I don't want to go out there. It's dangerous. It's stupidly dangerous. It's hands down a mistake. There's a thing out there that will make our lives very, very short and very, very unpleasant. That one says that it's locked. Is there a separate access point I can get in through? It look alike it. So we've got a sealed door. We need some kind of like power cutter or something to get inside of there. My assumption is that we'll get like a little bit of free loot if we can make it happen. I don't know if that door closes on its own or if that's the one that we already searched. It might be the same model. It might be a completely different door. For now, I'm going to wait till morning and then we'll come back and I'll see what I can get done here. It's just too dark at the moment. I don't think I'm going to be able to track down much as far as base locations goes while we're sitting here in the pitch black. So I'm going to break the episode off. I'm going to give it about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes for the sun to come back up. Then we'll decide where we want to bed down and create our permanent domicile. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for dropping on in for another episode of Subnautica. I will see you all in the next episode, which should be going up tomorrow. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far and that you're happy that we've decided to revisit. I'm really having fun with it, so I hope that is apparent to all of you. I will see you all there. Bye, everybody. How you doing? Thanks for stopping on in.